went to Europe, where we were peasants. This
Yeah.
time, we went to Thailand,
Where we were peasants.
No,
But
no.
the place was cheaper, so we felt richer.
We love Haribo gummy bears.
It was the most girl-coded experience ever. Asian countries do privilege better. Why are you making out with your boyfriend? I was like, who else to make out with? Your boyfriend?
Combat sport. It makes you feel so confident
Yeah.
about your body, about yourself as a person, and it bleeds into every other part of your life. What was your judo career like? How?
Very short-lived.
Hi.
Hi guys, welcome back to Moment of Silence.
Regret.
Pod.
I'm Nana Bhan.
I'm Sakshi Shundasani, and Naina and I have reached our fifth base, if that was possible, in our relationship. We went on a trip together, a girls' trip with two other women. And how was it for you, Naina?
It was amazing. So last year in the summer we went on a trip, but we went to Europe where we were peasants. This
Yeah.
time we went to Thailand
Where we were peasants.
No.
But
No.
the place was cheaper, so we felt richer.
You know, in the that Disney movie where you have a twin who's richer and
Yeah.
you get to live their life.
Yeah.
That's how I felt on this vacation.
Really?
Yeah. Like, I think we had a great time and we packed in like all of the adventure within 3 days for me, 4 days for them.
Why was it 3 days for you?
It was 3 days for me because I'm currently in the process of overwhelming myself every day at a time. and I've been double booking and I've successfully booked 2 wrong flights this
Yeah.
month. One of them was to Phuket.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Naina is in the business of doing 4 jobs a day thinking she's making money, but because she double books, she is actively losing money every day. The other day, she was like, I have a really important meeting. I don't have time to go home. So she's come to my house, opened her laptop, and then after 2 minutes, she's shut it and said, the meeting is tomorrow. I'm leaving. And she's gone home. And I was like, okay. And that's what she did with our flights. It was a 4 a.m. flight. So she was like, obviously, if I have a 4 a.m. flight on the 23rd, I can shoot all day on the 23rd and then come.
Yeah.
Forget
And what about it? What's wrong with that? Okay, look.
Look.
This whole thing started when Sakshi Shivdasani turned 28.
8.
Now, ma'am wanted to go on a trip, which I also wanted to go
Yeah.
on. But both of us are such successful business owners that date ही नहीं मिल रही थी. She's booked or I'm booked. I'm
Yeah.
booked or she's booked. And then in the end, we ended up going at the end of the year.
Yeah.
And at the end of the month. Sorry. And it was like this part of my relationship with Sakshi that
Unlocked.
unlocked. Like now, I almost feel like I want to keep it a secret because I love her so much. You know, like I feel like I'm cheating
I
on
love
my
you too.
boyfriend because the way I love her and the way I want to just call her all the time and the way that every moment that we spend together, I'm like, yes, she's the one. It just cemented itself so hard.
I will say, traveling with Naina was really fun. But I will say, when we were booking the trip, okay, every time she had these ideas for like stay, and they were the most impractical ideas ever. It's like 4 of us, she would send me like a studio apartment and be like, this looks really nice. And I was like, no, this has 3 bedrooms. And we booked a 3-bedroom villa and we got a 4-bedroom one free.
Only in
By
Thailand.
mistake.
It was so good. We watched White Lotus. Season
Yeah.
3, amazing. What did it make us want to do? It made us want to go to Thailand. And what else wanted? What
else wanted us?
That's another thing that made us want to go to Thailand that we can't talk about on this podcast.
Yeah.
But we can just imagine that it's in the room with us.
Yeah.
You just imagine that it's a part of this
Like
conversation.
Haribo, but different.
Yeah,
kind.
like Sakshi and I
loved
Loved.
The Haribo substitute.
Yeah, we love Haribo gummy bears.
Yeah.
But they taste so good in
Thailand.
Thailand.
So we were basically on these gummies the entire time, okay, having the time of our lives. And we watched a Muay Thai match. We've watched a cabaret thing. And Naina has said 4 words throughout the trip. It's like she was like zoning out a bit. And then at some point she'd be like, what about a Muay Thai match? And then I'd be like, okay. And then I would book it. But she would just say, like, she was like a man of a few words on the trip, but every word was a great word to have at exactly the right time.
Okay, let's break down a holiday. Okay, let's start in the planning of it all.
Yeah.
Where were you in your life when you decided to take the holiday out of the group chat?
Oh, basically, I get a little restless if I have to work too hard. And fortunately for me, fuck, why am I being such a bitch to myself? Like, it's like I've had a very busy couple of months because the financial year was ending. And I thought, let me just go and relax for 4 days. And I'm also doing this like 10,000 step thing. And it's just, I got tired of walking in the same place every day. So I was like, let me walk on vacation because the person who exercises on vacation is a better person.
That's true.
And yes.
That's a
me.
good place to be.
Yeah. And it was also my birthday, but I was working one day before my birthday and one day after my birthday. So I was obviously feeling very sorry for myself. So this was a pity trip.
And what a pity trip it
What a
was.
pity.
I wanted to go on vacation this year, this specific time, because one, you should never skip out on a girl vacation. It's the best thing you can do to yourself. Would recommend. It fixes all life's problems, mental, physical, anything. To give you context, I was having crazy anxiety for what feels like a lifetime, but specifically last month, to a point where it was physically showing up, and I was waking up every morning with my lip swollen like this big. For the 3 days before we went to Phuket, my lip was swollen every day.
Yeah.
And the day I landed in Phuket and the day I walked into the villa healed me, and I am no longer anxious enough for my lip to swell up, but I'm anxious either way. But my therapist told me, keep figuring out ways to plug in and plug out of your life.
Yeah.
And inshallah, we take 4 more
More
vacations this
trips.
year.
Yeah. Who knew taking a trip would make you feel relaxed, like you're on vacation? But I will also say that at the villa we booked, okay, it was like we weren't really doing a lot of research because we're not those kind of people. So when we reached, okay, Naina reached a day late. It was me, my sister, and my friend Leah. And they were like, if you want to check in early, because if you have been to Phuket, there's only one flight and it lands at 10 in the morning there. And check-in is usually at 3 p.m. So we land and they're like, if you want an early check-in, it's 1,000 baht per hour. So we've done some quick math and that's like 10,000 rupees. And we were like, we're tired, but it's not worth 10,000 rupees. Like, no, I'll spend on a bunch of other things, but this feels like exploitation. So we've decided we'll go to the beach and all. It was fucking hot, 100% worth the 10,000 rupees. And those bitches knew it. They knew it. So we've gone back to the villa extremely tired. And they were like, you have to put a card on reservation at a hotel. So they were like, we don't need a card. We don't take cards. Either you do 5,000 baht or one passport. And ideally, you keep your passport on you, right? On vacation. But 4 girls in a room. We were like, why would we give up our
Yeah.
cash?
Identity theft? Like,
Haven't heard of her. Don't know her. So we gave up one passport. Like everyone was like, yeah, fuck it, take my passport, take my passport. The lady was like, we only need one.
firstly, 4 women in a room, the level of apology And the level of sacrifice. You take the bedroom. No, you take the bedroom. No, let me do this for
Yeah.
you.
You take the we ordered 4 desserts, okay? Every meal, 4 people, 4 desserts. There's not that many on the menu. But we're still like skirting around them in case someone likes.
First, the dessert comes 10 minutes. No
Sure.
one's touched it because they're like, which one of these elite queens will decide to take the first bite?
And then because I knew everyone there, I would be like, fine, if you all insist.
Can I say, I was very nervous about coming on this trip
Why?
because the internet hates me. Okay, no, I was nervous because I don't know Sachi and I don't know Leah very
Yeah.
well, and all you guys are like a little bit younger than me. So I was like, maybe I'll be like the grandma and I won't be able to keep up. And like there were all these plans being made on the group, and I was like, fuck, I hope I can show up like and not be cranky and be
You
asleep.
showed up.
Thank you. It was my best work. But I think it's so difficult to plan a trip with especially your girlfriends because
Yeah.
everyone, as you grow older, is stuck in some part of their life. Luckily, two of them were freelancing and
Yeah.
two of us found that window. But I know my other friend who I really want to take a holiday with, she's now pregnant. I've lost her for the next 10 years, you know.
18.
Yeah, 18 years. And like
Congratulations.
that, congratulations. My other friends, okay, they just got married or they've just got their roka or whatever. So now, of course, they have to take their trips with their partners, you know, or their in-laws.
Gross.
So please, if you can catch that girls trip, know that there's a very small window on it. Just take it. Even if it's to like Karnal, just take
Yeah.
it. Yeah.
What's wrong with Karna?
Nothing. I'm just saying Phuket.
It's not a very exciting place in theory.
Though, have you like gone and done the boating on the lake in Karnal?
I don't know where Karnal is.
That's
so.
fair. The thing is, we have one disputed property in Karnal. So all of my uncles, they go every 2 weeks.
Just to see it.
Yeah, and fix the dispute.
How's that going?
It's still in dispute.
We have a disputed property in Andheri East.
Oh my god. Is that where you were yesterday?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was it?
Weren't you on, is Mira Road in Andheri East?
No.
I don't know where it is.
Mira Road is like in Surat or something, bro. It's so far north.
Okay.
No, anyway.
My bad.
It's fine. But yeah, I feel like also Southeast Asia you can do on any budget. So even if your girlfriends are in different walks of life, you can kind of
Make it happen.
yeah. And you know, adult women are so adjusting that everyone finds what they want to do. I feel like I was personally most worried about conflict with my sister because we haven't traveled together in the last 5-6 years. And you know, when you know someone since childhood, you're not acting like an adult. You're going back to like your stupid childhood dynamics, which is never a good vibe. And happy to announce that we did not fight at all.
I was fully ready. Like, I was so charged and ready. I was like, fuck, I'm going to have to separate someone. You know, what can I bring with me? Should I bring some dolls? Should
Should I comb their hair?
should I keep them fed at all times so no one's hangry?
At one point, I snapped at my sister, just like literally, like very, very chill snap. And then I was like, hey, anyone wants pictures? I can take pictures. Sakshi, you're looking so nice. Let's go take pictures in that far corner of the villa. And I saw what she was doing, and I was like, who am I to stop her from thinking like she's solving a problem?
The thing is, your sibling is brought to this planet to be the exact opposite
Yeah.
version of you
In the same upbringing.
in the same upbringing, and it's so triggering.
yeah. It's
That, you know,
guts.
you could be exactly like me and we could be happy, but you choose to fucking piss me off.
Yeah.
You choose because you're so selfish to be your own version.
It's actually like, how dare she be a main character in her own life?
And younger siblings have no business having their own personality. You do what I say.
No.
You take my permission. I want to be a hostel warden. 7 p.m., you better get a signature if you come late to the house. I'm not interested.
No.
Pity.
pity.
Someone will get pity that day.
See, you all know about me that I don't like when people sleep over plans. If the plan is to get up and get moving at 4:30, why isn't everyone ready at 4:30? But I understand that everyone's on vacation, so
Do
I
you?
can't be. I have finished 10,000 steps waiting for these people to get ready.
Firstly, can you imagine Sakshi getting charged up? Okay, like it was like the beginning of a Muay Thai match every day, because by the time everyone's kind of come into their system and their body, they're like, we've come back to earth. This bloody bulldog has walked around the room 10,000 steps like an inmate in that living room, and she's charged. You know, the entire time she's walking, she's like, these fucking bitches.
No,
I have to
I'm
do
not
everything.
understanding. We have plans. We have pre-booked everything. Everything is paid for, and it's from 9 to 2. So no shit. We leave at 8:45. I'm not even being unreasonable. I'm like waiting. I'm watching. So my friend Leah wakes up in the morning. This is a breakfast. We were going to Yona floating beach club, which by the way, if y'all are in Phuket, 10 on 10 experience. It was amazing. I just want to get this out of my
Yeah.
system. Okay, 9 to 2, 2 o'clock hard stop, already paid for, 40,000 rupee table. Okay, 40,000 rupee cover. Leah has woken up first, right? Apart from me, who was already ready at this time. Leah has woken up, she has taken this Kit Kat cereal, and I was like, I'm not gonna tell her there's breakfast, because she'd be like, what the fuck, two breakfasts? But I know she's gonna be like regretting it that she ate this Kit Kat cereal, but I'm watching her eat it while I'm walking around. Then that's my second knock on Naina's door and Sachi's door. Naina wakes up, she's like, yeah. And she's getting ready, she's taking her time. I know my sister's gonna wake up 5 minutes before we have to leave, throw something on, and be like, yeah, I'm ready. And just the lack of getting ready is gonna piss me off, but I'm like, it's fine. I'm just gonna do 1,000 more steps. And I'm watching everyone walk in slow motion. And finally, I was like, fuck it. I'm gonna tell them. I was like, guys, y'all know we've paid 40,000 rupees for this. Oh. And I'm like, what did y'all expect?
We did not know.
The booking was on the group with the price.
You think I read? I only make notes. I don't read notes.
I get it.
Yeah.
I get it. This is the same lack of give a fucks I have for my work.
Yeah. Imagine.
Yeah.
We show up every day. You don't read.
I get
You
it.
want to have fun and I don't read.
I
No
get
one's
it.
happy. But we were all happy at Yona Beach
Yeah.
Club. Why?
Because it was the most girl-coded experience ever.
I saw a world, like it was like Avatar, where you're in an alternate universe where the world was run by women and good-looking women.
Yeah,
Avatar.
hot women.
Hot women in bikinis
Yeah.
who don't ever hunch. They
Yeah.
were all like, and I was like, we've been here for 4 hours. How have they've ordered 4 items on the menu and their abs are like
Amazing.
amazing.
10 on 10.
Yeah. What a great
Yeah.
life.
And we were all like slumping. We were like sleeping till Naina woke up like 4 hours into it and was like, this is a good frame. Everyone who wants photos can come and get photos. And we got cute photos.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it was really nice. It's like this oasis in the middle of the water. You come there for 4 hours, you eat food, and you swim, you chill. There's women, there's best friends, there's boyfriends who are like holding purses and being quiet, you
Taking
know.
photos, like not yapping
All
too
is
much.
peaceful in the world.
Yeah.
Then there was this one Indian family that had to find this place.
Bro, first of all, if you go from the 2 p.m. onwards slot, I'm sure it's all Indians and a lot of men also. But the 9 a.m. slot we went for was amazing. This family had this cute little girl who was like every 2 minutes she would finish her mango
Slushy.
slushy and she would run to her parents for a refill, and then they would give her a refill and we were like, I want her life, she's so lucky. And as we were observing her mom gave her one slap.
Brought us back down to earth.
And she was undeterred.
Yeah. So yeah, Yona Beach Club was great. Would definitely recommend. Go in the morning. The other thing we would recommend not to do is walk alone at night. You know,
Yeah.
I completely forgot that other countries are unsafe. You know, I'll tell you, wait. When, growing up Delhi, everything is unsafe. So I'm like constantly ready for danger at all times. But moving to Mumbai has made me soft. And I take it for granted that I
I
can.
feel safe.
Yeah, I feel safe. I take it for granted that, I can just sleep in a rickshaw going home at night
Yeah,
and nothing
you
will happen.
can't.
Yeah. But so by extension, I was like, of course, every place is safe.
Yeah.
So we're walking around, forget that night, it's not that late. But suddenly, like the roads get darker and quieter, and it's just
Deserted.
4 Indian women walking on an empty road.
Yeah.
And then you hear that one sound, and it's over. How do you scream for help in Thai?
But you know what? I like at one point I told Naina, like, put on your put the button for Instagram live on. And she was like, that's fucked. I'm not doing that. But I was like, how else will people know how to find us,
Yeah.
you know? And then I was recording the entire thing on my phone. Like I have a 23-minute video because it was
Where
a
is
20
that vlog? That vlog never
it's
made
just
it to
my
the edit.
phone down going as
They
it
would
rubs
not
against
find us.
no, but I was like, at least, you know, if something happens, I can like, I can't record like
Oh,
everyone's
fair.
face,
Fair.
but I can like, in my,
That was well thought out.
yeah, but I was like so paranoid because we've decided to embark on this walk after I've finished my 10,000 steps, which I don't understand why we would walk after I finished my 10,000 steps. When before, no one wanted to walk with me. But sure, I'll do it. Okay, I'm nothing if not a walking gal. Everyone was so paranoid. This 23-minute walk back to the villa. We have said no words till we're 1 minute away. And then we were like, imagine if right now we get murdered. And we were like, why? We were like, guys, one of us will be able to run now.
But see, that's the difference between your generation and mine. Like, I'm so analog, I was just thinking of screaming. But you, the prompt youngin, you were like, let me record this. The police should have proof. And it was all my fault, guys. My ass was looking so juicy that day.
Bro, I
So
was
I get it.
surprised, like because that dress was so short, and she was walking at the back. I was like, "Bhai, you walk in the middle because it's I know whatever you wear doesn't matter and all, but that." Ass, I was also getting tempted to slap it. So I was like, you walk in the middle, no one should see it and get ideas. Maybe they're not interested in us till they see your bend to pick something up. It's illegal.
My ass.
Excuse me, ma'am, we don't allow weapons in the store.
Yeah, so that was the end of the Yona day.
Yeah. Was that the same day?
I feel like it was.
Yeah. The Muay Thai match, did we only go because of White Lotus?
No, we went because actually I really want to go and do, like, hopefully it'll happen this year. I want to go do a short course on either Kalaripayattu or Muay Thai, or I want to go to like the Shaolin, like karate, whatever
Place.
Yeah. And I really want to spend 2 weeks offline, just like getting fit.
Amazing.
So there was this like thing. Yeah. Oh yeah, there was a Muay Thai match, and I didn't even realize in White Lotus.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, not
yeah.
on the trip. I was that aware.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, but the Muay Thai match was amazing.
Yeah.
Everyone should go for it.
I feel like we got free t-shirts. We got beer. Some guy, like, no, everyone else had to buy their own beers from the bar, and some guy was just servicing us.
Really? I didn't
Yeah,
even realize
everyone
that.
was going to buy their beers. The guy who escorted us to our seats, he came back like 2 times to ask whether we want more, and everyone was like, what the fuck is going on? And we were just like enjoying.
See, I love countries where they get service and hospitality right. Because if you're going on vacation, you want to feel taken care of.
Yeah.
Like, you don't want to feel like, I can't drink this water because it's 400 rupees, you know? Like
You must drink water if it's 400 rupees. You can't waste water that's 400
Oh, like that.
rupees. Water is cheaper in Europe than it is in Thailand. I
That's
just
fair.
have to
That's
say.
true. That's true.
But I think it's just that Asian countries do privilege better.
Dead. Dead. I'm deceased.
We went to this one jewelry store. Okay, it's called Patra or something, and everything there was overpriced Colaba Causeway stuff.
And you know it was because even the earrings were in that, that plastic and it has that same font that you've seen in Sarojini or Kolaba Causeway or wherever you shop. It says something like fresh piercings.
Yeah,
Or
fashion jewelry.
fashion jewelry or whatever.
Yeah,
You know it's come from our motherland.
yeah, but we have still bought.
Yeah.
And much more, like it was overpriced also, and literally Nana was wearing one necklace that was there,
Yeah.
and we were like, wow. But I mean, maybe we should go to Colaba Causeway. I was really impressed by the collection there. Yeah, but
Wait, coming back to the Muay Thai match.
Yeah.
I just want to say that the Muay Thai match made me actually really appreciate men. Like,
What?
as a people.
Okay.
Because it was so gentlemanly. Like, I
Yeah.
just really enjoyed watching. One, there was before the Muay Thai match started, there was a 10-minute ritual before each match, okay, which was a little comical, but I don't want to be disrespectful because you come in, you kind of like offer yourself to like
the Muay Thai
God,
gods.
the Muay Thai God. Then you kind of bow in front of each other. It's so gentlemanly. And you go into the fight. And then when you finish the fight, whoever's like down on the ground, the winner comes to them and they kind of like,
Yeah.
they say in whatever way, sorry. I don't know what they were doing.
Like
they
good
did
match or
something, good
something.
match, something.
And like they have to drink water. Like one person's team gives the other person water
Yeah.
after the match. Very sweet.
So sweet, so gentlemanly. And I was like, this is how we could live. This is how everything could be. I'm used to Delhi, where if you scratch someone's car, you should just do this and just prepare to die because someone's gonna pull a bat out and smash your head in.
To be fair, if it wasn't in the ring, I think even that would happen in Thailand also. But
I don't know. The vibes were different.
the vibes were different. It felt more like a because they were hitting each other for sport. It felt like a sport.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
The cutest thing and the most heartbreaking thing was that some of the matches, like the fighters' kids were preparing them to fight. And especially in the like after the first round when the dad is like bruised and beaten
Yeah.
and sitting there and they're like doing his malish. Oh my god, this kid watching his dad get beaten, that's insane. That's like a life movie.
That's a core memory.
Yeah.
Not in a good way.
Yeah, not in a good way. And then after they won the matches, the winner, his entire family would stand in the ring and they would all take a photo together.
It was very cute.
But
Like-
one thing, sorry, please.
No, I
go.
was saying I would love to be the wife of a Muay Thai player who wins,
Mhm.
not who loses.
No, no,
I'm not into
that. I would say that there's one thing that I clocked and I was like, this is wrong. Okay. It's wrong. Okay. Towards the end of the matches, there were like foreigners coming in to fight. So there was like a German
German.
lady, there was this other guy. And the thing is, like, white people are built different. Like, they are taller. They just by like genetics and the like where your civilization has come from, you are just predisposed to be either stronger or faster or whatever. White people are really strong, and Thai people are really tiny. They could be fast, but one fucking jabar, and that person is on the ground. And both times in both matches with the foreign people, the way they fucking beat I don't even think they broke into a sweat. And,
No,
and
yeah.
the Thai person was just getting.
To that, I will say though, in women's sports, in like when you're adults, there is like technically everything is divided by weight category,
Yeah.
right? But because not a lot of adult women are playing Muay Thai, especially amateur, then they don't have a choice but to play each other if they want to play.
Maybe the two women that we saw were in the same weight category because one was shorter and slightly wider, but the other one, the
Was-
German lady, was twice her size.
Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. So it becomes like a weird. That's why I stopped judo, because I realized that if I wanted to play with like it was weird, because it felt like I was just going and patkoing someone because I
Yeah.
was taller. But
And I do think that if you're a woman in some kind of sport and you lose, you should cry. I think go. I think it
no.
works. Like I was putting myself in the shoes of this Thai lady who was getting pummeled. Like if I walked into that match first round, if the way that woman beat her, she couldn't even reach her arm out to make body contact. Right? I would have like just fainted there only and said, "Yeah, she beat me." Like even if I was like, just to keep myself, my integrity, dude. Like she fucking went there like a champ, got beat 3 rounds.
But no, no, I disagree. I think the German lady was just more like locked in.
No,
Yeah.
no.
I think I
Watch
think
our
you think
vlogs.
I think you think the Thai lady had more experience because it's a Thai sport.
No.
But the German lady was more experienced.
She definitely was.
Yeah.
And she was double the height of the like if the
But height
Thai
doesn't
lady
matter in Muay Thai.
it clearly did, bro.
No, because she was more experienced. So you thought this, like, because in combat sports, it's better if you're shorter.
Okay.
Because
Well,
your center of gravity is lower. So you can get,
bajao.
no, you can swipe the other person off
sorry.
their feet, bro. But I still don't know the rules of Muay Thai, because kicking is allowed, punching is allowed,
Anything's
slapping
allowed.
was allowed. I definitely saw a few hands being thrown.
What was your judo career like? How
Very short lived.
But
The coach was kind of
what is that? Which part of what should I gauge from this?
nothing.
But
Open to interpretation.
Did you spar?
Yeah, I only won a fucking DSO tournament because there was no competition. Because I was maintaining 51 kilos, which is like, for context, I'm right now 64 kilos. So imagine, like,
That's hard.
yeah, I was maintaining 51 kilos because below 52, you're fighting all the 4'11 girls.
Yeah.
So I was really just going in there and going, and they would fall. So it felt boring because I was like, there's no competition, and it was quite short lived. I did a couple of tournaments and then I was like, fuck it.
But what kind of fighter are you?
I don't care. I don't have that fight in me. Like, I'm not competitive. Like, one match I won damn quickly. And I remember walking out and telling the referee, like, poor girl. Like, and he was like, bro, you won. Like, I was like, yeah, but what kind of win? And he was just like, are you dumb? And I was like, I'm so sorry. Yes.
I genuinely think contact sport or sports in general teach you so much about how
Yeah.
you operate as a person.
Yeah.
Because how you are in the ring is how you are in any relationship, is
Yeah.
how you are in any stressful situation.
Yeah.
Which is, well, it holds true that you genuinely don't care.
But you used to box.
Please tell me something else. It can't be that
What?
you don't care.
Meaning, but I was more into the technique of things. I was more into the fitness of things. I'm not a fighter. Like,
Okay.
it was more like, okay, I got pushed in because, again, this judo place that I used to go to was mainly younger kids, because not a lot of adult women are playing combat sports. So it was like younger kids and me, because I wanted to get the belts, and also I wasn't doing like some like kickboxing fitness thing. I was going to a dojo and doing it. But after a while, it became really weird, where like one kid puked and the sir was like, you need to clean it. And I was like, fuck off. Like, I'm not cleaning this kid's puke. I did it and then I quit. He was like, why did you quit? And I was like, you think I'm your personal, like, I don't know
Assistant,
what.
yeah.
Yeah. I'm like, how can you ask me to clean some other kid's puke? Not even my own kid. Like, weird. And then I had a boyfriend and I kissed him before class, and he like called me and he was like, why are you making out with your boyfriend? I was like, who else to make out with? Your boyfriend? No. But then
Yeah.
I cried. I was like, I'm so sorry, Sensei. And then I thought it was good. Then he was like, come in a salwar suit. I was like, why? He was like,
Why
"To
have you
present-"
started getting morally policed in a fucking dojo?
Yeah, and then he was like, to present some award or something. And I was like, but this is not my job. He was like, dedication to your dojo or something. So I was like, I'm just trying to get a workout in, sweetie. So I quit because I was like, this is weird. And then he had this little kid who had a black belt, okay? And that kid was damn cocky. Now, no shit, your dad owns the dojo. You're really good because you've been playing since you were a kid. So he would come to all the white belts and like throw us over. I was like, yo, relax.
That's not
Hope
cool.
they're happy.
See, now I know. Like you said, I was just trying to get a workout in, and that's where I started like boxing because I was
Yeah.
trying to get a workout in. But knowing me and how much meaning I want to absorb out of everything and make everything bigger than it is,
Yeah.
fully got into the lifestyle of it. I was like, oh my god,
You have a
you know,
tattoo.
yeah, I have a tattoo, which is whatever. But like the fact that going to a light workout ended up with me envisioning myself in an amateur boxing match, and I got so close to it. If it wasn't for class, it would have
Killed your career.
killed my sports career. I would have been a totally different person. But yeah, dude, but it is I think more women should do combat sport. It makes you feel so confident
Yeah.
about your body, about yourself as a person, and it bleeds into every other part of your life.
Yeah. I feel like there's something about like unhingedly punching something in a controlled environment that I would very much encourage.
I agree.
Unless it's me. Don't punch me.
It's a controlled environment. You can do it.
I know we're deviating, but what do you
What?
think about career counselors as a job?
I think that I don't know if any Gen Z can be career counseled.
I don't think anyone can be a career counselor.
I'll tell you what, you can be a career counselor. It's like hypnosis. It depends on how much the other person wants to buy into the fucking hoax of what you're doing,
Yeah.
right? Millennials so gullible. Like, you told me you'll change my life. Like, I should do these 3 things. I'll do it. Gen Z, they'll be like, fuck you. I don't even want to show up to this meeting.
Yeah.
My mom's forcing me. Just like,
But wait, have you been to a career counselor?
no.
Okay.
But I want to go now.
Now.
Now. This podcast isn't
The
doing
fucking
numbers.
career counselor will be like, you tell me how to make my career. My friend went to this guy, okay, in Juhu or something. He charged 25,000 rupees to tell you what you should do as a career. And it's like, if you didn't like science, he would be like, why don't you take arts? If you didn't like arts, he'd be like, commerce. Like, and then if you argued with him for 3 minutes, he would be like, haha, you should be a lawyer.
I was going to ask. I was like, when will the lawyer show up?
Yeah.
I think a good career counselor could change your life.
Where does a good career counselor
I don't know.
live?
I don't know where they live.
Do they exist?
I'm sure they do. If you're a good career counselor, if you know a good career counselor, just like comment down below.
If you are a good career counselor, then get someone you have counseled to comment. Don't be like, I don't care. Like, who has become a lawyer because of your counseling?
I definitely think a financial advisor,
That's different.
that's a vibe.
That's different.
And it's so intimidating. I don't even want to know if you are one. Like, hide from me because I would get stressed.
But like, I think wealth management companies who are like, oh, I will change your portfolio for
Yeah.
you. I think it's a little,
Hokey.
yeah.
Yeah. Like, I think like the adult person's magician is a wealth manager. Like, show me how you pulled cash out of this hat.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Like, how did you take this 10 rupee and turn it into 2,000?
Yeah, because I'm like, tell me what you do, I'll let you do it.
Yeah.
But don't act like I'm some idiot who doesn't know how it works. Like, just explain what you're doing. I'm still gonna pay you for your service.
I still won't understand.
Yeah.
I'll be like, huh?
But don't be
Yeah.
like, oh, I will turn your money in. Like, you invest 1 crore today and you'll get 10 crores tomorrow. Like, tell me what you're doing, nah, sweetie.
I have to tell you that through Moss, I've mentioned it a couple of times. I actually, when we did our finance episode, this really nice
Please be a woman.
person reached out to me, and they run this company called Stash, and they have helped me bring my money into order. And I'm
Amazing.
2025. I'm not that afraid of money anymore.
Amazing.
Yeah, it's a big step for me.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
That's amazing. I still am scared of money.
But you know everything about it. You know it's like purple, it's
Yeah.
green, it's yellow.
Yeah. No, my dad has been a little more hands off because he's been sick. So I have to figure it out.
It's okay. I
I'm a
got
little
you.
scared of money.
I
this
got
year.
you.
Stash.
Because the thing
Back
is,
to the trip.
yeah, back to the trip. Back to the trip. What do we do? Yona, boxing,
The cabaret.
cabaret.
Bitch. Okay, so cabaret we went to the beach. Okay, one day we decided we want to go to a secluded, like a hidden beach, like your favorite travel influencers, like 5 hidden beaches that no one knows about. So we found one
That
and
no one knew
no
about.
one knew about
Not
it.
even the beach.
The access of this beach is through a 5-star resort, the most expensive one in Phuket. And they were like, okay, 4,000 baht per person to sit at the daybed by the beach. Not a cover, just a charge.
Entry, yeah.
So we were like, no, we're not doing that. But then they were like, there's another access, like a walk away. So we started walking.
But they didn't say it like that. We were like, we just want to go to the beach. She's like, okay, key. There's another access.
And that was like the backwaters with like literally it was
It
like
was the
mud
ass
island
of the beach.
Yeah. It was horrible. And we were like, this is too secluded for us. The water suddenly wasn't even fucking blue. And everywhere in Phuket, the water was blue except this one stupid beach. And I was like, fuck it, let's go pay the money. Mera ho gaya.
I was ready to pay the money.
Yeah, but then I say collectively, we were like, no, we can't pay. Like if Naina said, let's pay the money, I was like, you're fucked. And if I was like, let's pay the money, everyone else was like, you're fucked. Like basically, no one wanted to pay it, but we were just like feeling hot. So we booked a grab to a popular beach, perhaps the most popular beach. And we went there and it was amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because turns out all we wanted was to go in the water.
The beach.
Yeah. So, important life lesson.
Yeah.
Stop trying to be like
Better
niche.
than everyone.
Yeah, and better than everyone.
Yeah.
Just be regular like
Yeah.
everyone.
Yeah, it's popular for a reason, is what I always say.
That's true.
And Naina took the fattest nap on the beach, not even on a mat or anything. I just looked over at her. She was in fetal position.
Just say, when you envision a nap on a beach, it's like this. And I think I felt every anxiety and trauma. And I was holding my knees.
Yeah, it was like, she was like, and we had laid out like 4 towels, and then suddenly I look over and everyone is aage and Naina is piche. So I was like, wait, have these bitches moved everyone else to make Naina feel excluded? No. At some point, Naina has woken up, army crawled off all the towels and laid at the back. 4-hour nap at the beach she has taken with a kaftan over her head, like with a hat, like fully sun protected, fetal position. In the meanwhile, I've walked 4,000 steps. I've swam in the ocean. We've come back done jet skiing.
Yeah.
And this is the first time no guy sat at the back also. It was just me and the ocean. And we jet skied and it was stunning. It was amazing.
My mama didn't allow. So I couldn't go. My mama didn't allow.
But jet skiing is so safe.
Mama said no. Can't go.
Sharika.
Come on, Ma.
No, jet skiing is my favorite activity to do on the beach. But I've never tried that thing where you like strap on your feet to that thing and go shh.
Couldn't be me.
Really could be me, but I've never found it.
We'll go next year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jet skiing was amazing, and I have payload mango milkshakes everywhere. Meaning, I was like, calories didn't exist for me till I got back.
There was too much food eaten on this trip.
And
not even good food. Like the fucking dirty. Like I was at a point I would pick up a wrapper from the ground if it had one bite of a chocolate.
Shut up. 7-Eleven.
That was the mentality I wasn't actually doing.
7-Eleven, may whatever thing with like sugar we have bought, okay?
Yeah.
And the Lay's flavors in Thailand are amazing. And at one point, like after a hectic dinner, we have gone to 7-Eleven to stock up for that night, not for the next morning, nothing. And we've opened one like some stupid like crepe with coconut and chocolate. We're like popping it in our mouth. And the hottest, skinniest, tallest, most slender goddess woman walks in, and
We're like,
I had a little bit of a mentee bee. I was like, this is God has sent this person to make me stop eating.
and you didn't stop.
I didn't stop.
eating.
Actually, that night I didn't eat.
You know,
I
my
stopped.
favorite, dude. Spirit. When you allow yourself that moment within your life where you, when you're eating, the eating is subconscious. Like you don't even know that you're doing that
It's
activity.
like breathing.
Yeah, it's like breathing. You're doing something else, and then like you dip into the consciousness of like, I am eating this. I forgot I was eating it, but I'm just chewing, and then you have the masala on your hand, and you're like, you know, like that moment
Yeah.
can't replace that experience.
It's amazing.
No Chanel bag can replace the experience of the masala that coats your
like the
fingers because your
nut-
spit.
Making it sticky.
Sorry,
It's like, you know, the nothing tastes as good as skinny feels.
something does.
Have you guys been to a 7-Eleven in Thailand?
Have you had a prawn cracker?
Guts.
Guts.
There's this one Lay's flavor. It's red color and it's really spicy. And I forgot what it was called because I don't read Thai.
You don't read.
I don't know how to read Thai, you know?
Yeah. No,
Yeah. But that Lay's flavor, if anyone's coming back, please bring for me. Yeah.
Coming back to the
Coming back.
episode.
Episode.
Yeah, but which part?
Beach. Cabaret. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. The same day we went to the cabaret.
Yeah.
Simon Cab.
Yeah. Simon Cabaret.
But then the same Lyra and Koi Mil Gaya tune. And this, we were watching it and we had obviously had a Haribo.
So we were pretty hariboed out at that point. And imagine like you're just watching this, and this is the first time I've been so overstimulated by something that wasn't a reel, you know? So I'm sitting there in what it feels like a real life reel.
Amazing.
And there's sequins and there's dancing and there's this and there's that.
And then the third song is Radha on the dance floor. Radha, and everyone is dancing. And obviously, for Indians, we love anyone anywhere in the world mentioning and we're like, wow, our
Yeah.
country, we have killed it. So obviously we were vibing so hard, and I'm so sad that the peak came so early because after that I was like, I don't give a shit.
Yeah.
I'm out.
I wanted to leave.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And but we watched the whole thing. It was nice only. Got a little boring. But when we were exiting, shame.
You know, the thing is, I really buy into things very, like, with my full heart. So, like, if we went for Green Day, at the end of the Green Day concert, if they were doing like a meet and greet, I would go and cry and touch
Right.
the guitar or whatever.
Right.
So when we got out, all of these like drag artists are standing in line and they're being so nice. And I forgot you get scammed in Thailand. So they're like, honey, come to us, come to us. And I literally went like a fucking 4-year-old child to hug them. They're like me and Minnie and Mickey in Disneyland.
And they singled her out. They were like, I want a photo with you.
They saw it in my eyes that I just want to be known. Like they just need to tell me I'm special, you know?
And they did it.
And they did it.
And then we all took photos because we were like, oh my god. And all the photos, honestly, I'm gonna ask Vedant to insert them here for real. We're looking so happy in those photos. And then as soon as they took the photos, they were like 100 baht.
100 baht. 100 baht. Dude.
And Leah was like, delete the photos. And she started walking off. So I also started walking off. But we didn't realize that we have to drag these other two dumbos by the fucking hair and take them with us. Because Naina is gone like, okay, Sachi, money. Now Sachi, amazing woman, a little slow, I would say. She has opened her bag, and instead of in her bag, because there's no concept of like, how dare I, like, how can I be inconvenienced for even 1 second? I need to see all the notes, because in like bright light,
Yeah, in the order of biggest note to smallest note.
So she has picked out a fucking, like, I think she was carrying like 20,000 baht on her. She's taken it like that, and no shit, this person has seen a lottery.
And the drag queen is like 6 feet tall. So she's like increasing the amount with the.
And then these two have, like, whatever has happened, Leah and I have looked back once, we can see something is happening. We're like, fuck it, it's 100 baht. We're not gonna yell at them for it, okay? 250 rupees, it's fine. Okay. Now we sit at dinner, and then Nena was like, these are the 500 baht photos. And we're like, 500?
It said 100 on top.
And Sachi is looking somewhere, Nena is looking down shamefully. Leah and I are like, sorry, 500? And then they were like, yeah, then they asked for 500. And like, in that moment, now obviously I've never been violent in my adulthood. But as a child, have you never fought with your sister? I was looking at my sister and I was like, what a slappable face. What a slappable face. And I was like, it's fine. It's just 1250 rupees. I'm going to frame that for your birthday and give it to you.
Two things that come to mind. One is this little anecdote.
Do tell.
The one time I've icked Moses out so hard is we went to Birkenstock. I wanted to buy a pair of Birkenstocks and I wanted to pay by cash. But the guy didn't have change, but I needed the change. So I pretend looked for change in my bag and everyone can see what's in my bag and you can clearly see the denominations. And I'm like, oh, change. Did this dance for I don't know who. And Moses like, yuck. You disgust me.
Egg.
I gave it to myself. It's fine. And the second thing I want to say is that something about Thailand. There's a very thin membrane that separates good hospitality and exploitative country to its own people. There was a moment when the drag queen was asking for the money and Sachi and I tried to leave, that it broke from this beautiful, like, gorgeous dress where she was like, give me the money. Like, it was like, it felt like that. I got scared. I got scared. I was like, दे दो भाई, मेरी जान प्यारी है. ले. Man, you work hard.
She does work hard.
Bro, you saw it in her eyes. Like,
Yeah.
suddenly that Disney princess went away. And this person came out. Scary.
Amazing.
So the next time you go to Thailand, or if you ever go for the first time, just remember there's a lot of scams. And this is not the first time I was scammed. So I know.
Were you scammed some other time?
Yeah. I went to a go-go club
Oh,
with my
yeah.
family. As a bonding
You've said
experience.
it on.
I think I have. Yeah. I got
Find
scammed.
it.
Yeah.
No, but 1250 rupees is okay. Not like it's like a life-changing amount. Avoidable.
Principle.
Yeah.
I get it.
Yeah.
I get it. So say.
It's like when me and Zoya were in Bali, me and my friend, and the Grab guy was asking me, do you love Bali? And I was like, it's amazing. And I was like, do you love it? And he was like, well, you see a very different Bali. Like,
Yeah.
I'm not living in a villa. And I
Yeah.
was like, sorry.
Take it. Now you take it with a pinch of salt and you live your vacation life and you come back to your own shit.
Where the same thing is happening.
Yeah. So it's okay. So in summation,
In summation.
I entered this trip super anxious. I left this trip like so happy, so pleased. I made 2 new friends
Yeah.
and I found the love of my life. and I got Lil Scam, but Lil Scam is better than losing your passport or something crazy like that. And every holiday has a little scam.
Is the story worth 1250 rupees?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Money well spent.
Mhm.
Yeah. I bought a 5,000 rupee bag that I found out you get on Colaba Causeway for 250.
Woo!
So who got really scammed?
You.
Nana paid for it.
Shit. Forgot about that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because my Amex wasn't working.
Convenient.
Oops. What? We never tried McDonald's.
Oh shit. Natasha is so
quiet.
disappointed.
I said 4 times.
I said yes.
Yeah. Sachi said no.
Yeah.
Leah said no. Scam.
Sorry.
Now I'm back. Oh my god. On a related travel note, a guy invited me to Hong Kong.
Oh, crazy.
So I'm going.
Thanks for coming.
Yeah. No, but if you all have Hong Kong recommendations, because I feel like most Indians' first international trip used to be Hong Kong. Not mine, because I've never been, but it was like in the Dubai, Hong Kong,
Yeah.
Bangkok, Singapore.
Yeah.
You know, my first international trip was Singapore.
Mm.
Which was yours?
Actually, like my dad was sailing
Of
now.
course. Do
But-
you have that vaccination mark?
Yeah.
So you didn't get vaccinated on the boat?
Why would I get vaccinated on the boat?
I have a friend whose dad was in the merchant navy, and his he doesn't have a vaccination mark because he got it in,
So he must have been born there, na?
I don't know.
I was born in Delhi.
And yours is like a botched one. It's like they put the needle and they don't.
It's because I've lost weight after my
After you were
childhood.
born. We also were pulling looks, I think, on vacay.
You were pulling looks,
So
and
were
Leah
you.
were pulling looks. I could have done better.
You barely had any time to pack.
I know.
Yeah. I have this thing where like my sister obviously has very different priorities than me. But you know, when I see someone, I'm immediately styling them in my head. So every time she would come out of the room, I would be like, no, go back in. No, go back in. And she would go.
And by the way, it's the crispest sentence. Like the no extra words are used. Go back.
Change.
Change.
Not this. Like I'm like a nightmare younger sibling, but I think every younger sibling is a nightmare younger sibling.
That's true.
It's just that my sister and I are so close in age that I've not been able to establish a proper domination over her. Not had enough time.
Yeah.
She did change. No.
She never approved. And Sachi never protested. Bechari, she would go back and change into a different pant. And Sachi, like, that was not the brief.
I like, you know, I would go every time we were leaving, I would be like, hey, wear this. And she never wore it. And it was pissing me off. And I was like, how dare you not listen to me? But then I was like, you know, it's her vacation also. So I'll just shut up. It's not a priority for
A
her.
moment of silence for Sakshi being her most mature self on this vacation.
Thank you.
Glowing, truly.
Thank
like,
you.
amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what if I wanted to bang my head against the glass wall of the villa? The AC in the living room had a sensor, and that person had told us, but I didn't believe her. So if the door was open, the AC wasn't working, and it stopped working 2 times, and people just resigned to the fate. Then I was like, wait, why are we not calling them? And then they came, and then they just shut the door and it started working.
I can exist in a room that has no ventilation, no fan, nothing. It's just still, I can sit there and be comfortable. I'm so comfortable right now. You should all know this.
Speaking of which, the AC is on.
Oh, wow.
This
Is
is
that-
the first time we're shooting with the AC on.
Guys, this is bigger
Stop
than
it.
us being number one on Spotify.
We are number one
What
on
Spotify?
Fuck, we forgot about that.
Yeah.
That's insane. Thank you so much for making it happen. The Spotify people, the YouTube people that are watching this, what the fuck are you all doing? Like, get us on, like, watch us more. Get us to 1 lakh subs. But Spotify,
Elite.
I love y'all.
So there are some people at Spotify in the
I
podcasting
meant the
team.
audience, but yeah.
Oh, no,
Yes,
but I
yes.
want to say that like the Spotify team has been so kind to us.
Yes.
And they are such big mossies themselves.
Yes,
that-
mosquitoes.
Mosquitoes that when we're on the Spotify group chatting, there's just key.
I love the Spotify theme, and I will have to say, I know a lot of you that are watching this on Spotify, y'all may not have premium, and our ads are showing up, and y'all are welcome. Y'all may find them irritating. I think that's a personal problem. It is a privilege to hear our voices. We add, and I'm done with this. Oh, this podcast doesn't add value. Sure, it doesn't. Enjoy.
See you next week.
Bye.
Bye.